Hello, everyone in the multiverse and beyond. This is your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, with an important video. Today, we're going to be disclosing at long last the secret hidden Illuminati connection to George Carlin. Okay? And today, we're going to be discussing just who George Carlin really was and why he came to this planet in the first place, okay? Because in case you didn't know, George Carlin was not just a regular human being, okay? He was a member of the army of heaven, okay? And I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what that means. But you have to understand, George Carlin, he knew about the existence of the kingdom of heaven. He knew that Jesus Christ is real. Okay? He knew that life after death is real. Okay? But because he came from the kingdom of heaven before he was born a human being on planet Earth in 1937. Okay? George Carlin, I knew him before he was ever born a human being on this planet. Before I was ever born a human being on this planet, I knew George Carlin from the kingdom of heaven. Okay? He and I knew each other before we were ever born human beings on this planet. Okay? So, George Carlin knows about the existence of the kingdom of heaven. He knows about me, because I am Evan Lefavor, and in case you didn't know, I am the biological father of Jesus Christ, and I am the king of the kingdom of heaven, okay? And in case you didn't know, the kingdom of heaven is real. It exists, science fact, deep in outer space in the future, in giant spaceships, okay? So, we resurrect people after they die into these giant spaceships deep in outer space in the future, okay, using time travel technology, okay? And the truth is, George Carlin, he really is like the character he played in Bill and Ted, in the Bill and Ted films, Rufus, okay? He has been to the kingdom of heaven before. He has been to the future. He has been to the past. He has been all around history, because George Carlin, he is a member of the army of heaven, and he came to this planet to make a difference and impact this world forever and leave his mark on human history forever. All right? And he chose to be born a human being on this planet, okay? And like I said, I knew him before I was ever born a human being in 1983. I knew George Carlin, okay? And you're probably wondering, well, if he knew that the kingdom of heaven exists and it's real and everything's real, why did he, make fun of religion and God in his comedy? Well, because in the kingdom of heaven, we are against the concept of a one singular all-powerful God, because it's just not true. And we are against all the religions on the planet. We're not against them, but we don't support them. The kingdom of heaven does not endorse any of the religions on this planet outside of Evanism. Evanism is the only religion practiced and endorsed by the kingdom of heaven and my son Jesus Christ and I. Okay? So, George Carlin, he said a lot about religion. And he said a lot about the concept of God created by these different religions. And he spoke the truth about the fallacies to be found in those religions and those concepts, okay? But he knew deep inside that he came from the kingdom of heaven, that the kingdom of heaven exists, that I am real, that my son Jesus is real. He knew all of this, okay? But he came here you have to understand, George Carlin is a wise man, all right? He is like Obi-Wan Kenobi, an old Jedi. He is a master, okay? And he's a master of being able to convey information to people, and with his unique viewpoint of looking at the world to show them what's really going on, okay? And it's a skill he is very good at, all right? So in case you if you don't know who George Carlin is, I feel sorry for you, but look up George Carlin on the internet at least and check out some of his comedy, because he came here to expose the evil governments of the world and how there's some shady stuff going on in the United States and all the other countries around the world. Okay? He came to shed light on what is really going on, to open up people's eyes, to open up their minds to what's really going on in this world. Okay? And that's what he came here to do, because he's a teacher. He's a master. You know, he is wise beyond his years because he came from the kingdom of heaven, okay? To be born a mortal human being, to share this knowledge with the people of this planet, okay? And now he has returned to the kingdom of heaven, because in case you didn't know, George Carlin passed away in the year 2008, all right? So it's been a long time since he's been passed, and the world is a lot worse off than it was when he was alive, because it would be great to be able to hear what George Carlin has to say about what's been going on in the last years since he passed away. Okay? The world has been robbed of his viewpoint, which is too bad, but he had to return to the kingdom of heaven. He is in the kingdom of heaven right now, talking to the people of the kingdom of heaven and sharing his comedy and his viewpoint about what's going on planet Earth right now with them. Okay? And someday when we get to the kingdom of heaven, we can enjoy more of George Carlin's comedy, because he is still doing comedy in the kingdom of heaven as we speak. He's not on this planet any longer, but he's now in the kingdom of heaven, and he has written a lot more comedy since he's been gone, since he's entered the kingdom of heaven, re-entered the kingdom of heaven. So get ready for, you know, you have a lot to look forward to in the kingdom of heaven. All right? And so yeah, that is the basic gist of George Carlin. He knew that quote-unquote God is real. All right? Even though I hate using the term God, but, you know, because it implies that it's better than somebody else or something. I don't know. I just don't like the term. It rubs me the wrong way. But, you know, he knew that I am the biological father of Jesus Christ and the king of the kingdom of heaven. And I was lucky enough to see George Carlin perform one last time when he came to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I got to see him, so I was lucky. So that was cool. But he was in rough shape when I saw him. He was ready to go because he had a lot of chronic pain, and he was really struggling in that last tour he did. But he loved what he does so much. He loved all of you so much that he went through tremendous amounts of back pain and other physical pain in order to do his last tour for all of you. So look that up. Look up his last tour. Look up his earlier comedy. Look up any of his comedy, and it will nourish your life. Okay? Not only will it make you laugh, I mean, the thing about George Carlin that is so cool is you can hear his jokes over and over again, and you'll still laugh as hard as you did the first time, the second time, because he's so good at telling a story. He's so good at telling the truth. He's so good at exposing what's really going on that it blows your mind and makes you laugh. Okay? So then that's what he's good at. All right, so I want to thank you, George Carlin. I know you can see this video in the kingdom of heaven, because in case you didn't know, everyone in the kingdom of heaven has access to the internet, and they can see what we post on YouTube and Facebook. So George, I want to thank you so much for your service here on planet Earth, because George Carlin is a member of the army of heaven. Okay, and we use technology to transfer our spirits into earthborn bodies so that we can remotely pilot our earthborn bodies from the kingdom of heaven in our spaceships deep in outer space in the future. Okay, so, and that's how we have invaded this planet secretly, all right, by being born in the wombs of women on this planet. Okay, so instead of invading in our spaceships, we come here using our technology to pilot our earthborn bodies. Okay, and that's what George Carlin did. But he's done with that now. He is in the kingdom of heaven, sharing his art with everyone, sharing his point of view with everyone in the kingdom of heaven. And it's a better place. You know, it's selfish to want George Carlin to be alive on this planet with us, because we're really missing out on his viewpoint right now. But we have to let the kingdom of heaven have him back so that he can share his point of view with them and be with them. Okay, because he suffered a long time on this planet. Okay, he was born in 1937. That's a long time, to 2008. Okay, and he lived in this messed up world for that long. And it's hard to live in this world when you come from the kingdom of heaven. You come from paradise to be born on this planet. Okay, and it's not an easy transition, but he is in a better place now, and he's feeling young, and nothing can stop him. Okay, the kingdom of heaven has George Carlin forever. Okay, so they're blessed. So I want to thank you so much. Now you know the truth about George Carlin. Okay, he is a saint from the kingdom of heaven. Okay, regardless of what he said in his comedy. Okay, his comedy is just a way of showing you a perspective of what's going on. Okay, so that you can be enlightened and maybe think outside the box a little bit from how you've been conditioned to think. Okay, and he did a great job of doing that through his comedy. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Now you know the secret hidden Illuminati truth, because George Carlin is an Illuminati artist from the kingdom of heaven. Okay, my Illuminati, my good Illuminati, they are made up of artists, martial artists, who they craft their skills of sharing information with people through their art. And George Carlin's art was his comedy and speaking to people. Okay, and he is a member of the good Illuminati. He is a member of the army of heaven, and he did change this world forever with his comedy. And this world is a better place because of him and all that he contributed to this planet. So I want to thank you again, George Carlin, and I want to thank all of you watching this video, whether you're watching this on planet Earth in the past or in the future, or if you're watching this from the kingdom of heaven. You know that I love you forever. I am your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, and I will see you next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and check out some of my other videos like the Evan Lefavor, the Father of Jesus Christ playlist, where you'll find all the videos you need to see about what's really going on in this universe. Okay, so stay tuned to my channel for more videos coming soon, and I will see you next video. Until then, bye-bye.